And now for our next news special report.
And now we have a story that will have every American on the edge of their seat. Picture this: a leader of our republic, President Biden, caught in a whirlwind of controversy. We've got evidence, pressing questions, and a president who seems to be running away from the truth. Imagine the President of the United States confronted with hard facts, yet choosing to flee rather than face reality. What could be so damning, so unsettling that it causes a hasty retreat from the very podium of power? This is not just any story, it's a revelation that could shake the very core of our nation's values. So stay with us, because you don't want to miss the critical details and the impactful final thought that concludes this report. It's a story about truth, power, and the quest for accountability in our great republic. Before we dive deeper, let's pause for a moment. Just as we strive to uncover the truth in our reporting, it's equally important to care for our well-being. In the quest for anti-aging solutions, much like our pursuit for truth in politics, there's no magic pill. But I've discovered something remarkable. It's a special type of collagen, significantly more effective than your usual store-bought products. This collagen aids in maintaining skin elasticity and reducing visible aging signs, embodying the resilience we admire in our nation's best. Tens of thousands of satisfied users can't be wrong. Secure your 53% discount and free bonuses right now at healthwithgary.com. Invest in your health as we invest in delivering the truth. Now, in a time where the truth is often blurred by political agendas, we find ourselves facing a situation that demands our undivided attention and scrutiny. President Biden, a figure entrusted with the highest office in our republic, has been caught in a maelstrom of controversy and suspicion. This report delves into the intricate web of lies and evasions that surround Biden's interactions with his family's business associates. And the crux of this scandal centers around the president's alleged interactions with his son's and brother's business associates. Despite Biden's vehement denials, evidence suggests otherwise. The House Oversight Committee has produced documentation indicating that Biden not only interacted with, but also potentially profited from these connections. This revelation casts a shadow over the integrity of the presidential office. Watch.
China, President Biden on Ukraine, and also China. There's polling by the Associated Press that shows that almost 70% of Americans, including 40% of Democrats, believe that you acted either illegally or unethically in regards to your family's business interests. Can you explain to the Americans, amid this impeachment inquiry, why you interacted with so many of your son and brother's foreign business associates?
I'm not going to comment on that. I did not, and it's just a bunch of lies.
You didn't interact with many of their business associates?
I did not. There's lies.
What's the Mr. President, do you think there is any Democrat?
All righty. Well, he didn't want to take that question as much as he wanted to.
Now, the video clip we just witnessed is telling. It captures a moment of stark reality where President Biden is confronted by the press regarding these allegations. His response, a hasty retreat, an evasion that speaks volumes. This action alone raises critical questions. Why would the President of the United States, a man elected to represent the people and uphold our values, choose to flee rather than address these concerns, simply calling them lies? This is not just about a single incident or a momentary lapse in judgment. It's about a pattern of behavior that undermines the very principles of transparency and accountability that are foundational to our republic. Almost 70% of Americans, including a significant portion of Democrats, believe that President Biden's actions regarding his family's business interests were either illegal or unethical. This isn't a partisan issue. It's a matter of public trust and ethical governance. The implications of these allegations are profound. If true, they suggest that the President of the United States may have used his position of power for personal gain, engaging in activities that are at best unethical and at worst illegal. Such actions would not only be the betrayal of the public's trust, but also a stark deviation from the values and principles that define our republic. And adding to the gravity of the situation, Hunter Biden, the president's son, is scheduled to appear for a deposition on December 13th of this year. The chairman of the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees have issued a clear warning. Failure to appear will result in contempt of Congress proceedings. This is no small matter. It's a pivotal moment in a saga that has captured the nation's attention. Watch.
Actually, House Oversight Committee Chairman and House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan have now told Hunter Biden's lawyer, Abby Lowell, that they are threatening to hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress if he does not appear for that deposition, which he was subpoenaed for on December 13th. Deal. So Hunter's lawyer actually said, you know what, the House Oversight Committee, led by Chairman James Comer, has consistently twisted and turned witnesses' testimony, and Hunter Biden will only testify before this committee if it is at a public hearing. Obviously, Comer and Jordan have said that they will release the transcript of Hunter Biden's deposition and will schedule a public hearing for the president's son, but he is not getting any special treatment as part of their investigation just because he's the president's son. Every other witness they have subpoenaed has appeared for their depositions, requested interviews. People have come in and sat for those transcribed interviews. The committees have released those transcripts. So there is this back and forth right now. And like I said, just breaking a few minutes ago, Comer and Jordan are threatening to hold the president's son in contempt of Congress if he doesn't show up. Brooke.
Now, subpoenas have been sent out, yet cooperation is not forthcoming. It's a frustrating yet familiar dance in the world of politics where those in power often seek to avoid scrutiny. Yet hope remains. Despite the setbacks and the evasive tactics employed by some, the committees are determined to bring in key witnesses. The legal counsels are engaged in ongoing discussions, aiming to ensure that those subpoenaed will provide their testimony. This is more than a political maneuver. It's an effort to uphold the principles of justice and transparency that are foundational to our republic. In a recent Fox appearance, Jim Jordan weighed in on these developments with a level of confidence and determination. The full House is expected to vote on an official impeachment inquiry within the week, a development that could bring significant revelations to light. This isn't just about politics. It's about ensuring that our leaders are held to the highest standards of integrity and accountability. Watch.
This whole time we've been talking about all these subpoenas that you and your colleagues have sent out. They're just going to blow them off, aren't they?
No, well, I mean, he's not coming today, but I do believe he will be in. Our lawyers are talking, both the oversight lawyers and Judiciary Committee lawyers are talking with the legal counsel for Mr. Biden, for Mr. Schwerin, for Mr. Rob Walker, for all these individuals who are involved with Hunter Biden. Kevin Morris, the guy who paid his taxes, we think they will come in. We think this is, there's the back and forth that typically takes place. He's not coming today, unfortunately, but we do believe he will come in. And we think it helps us, Maria, when in fact the full House votes on an official impeachment inquiry, which we think is going to happen within the week.
Well, you would think that the Biden family wants to clear their name. You all have been out issuing, lots of warnings and certainly exposing lots of evidence in the way of emails, witness testimony, and bank records. And you would think they want to come out and say, look, what you're saying is not true. So why don't they?
Well, again, I think they will be in. You'd think they want to clear their name, but I also think there's part of this whole process where they just want to run out the clock. I mean, that's certainly what happened, or what looks like has been happening with David Weiss and his investigation into Hunter Biden. It's been 5 years, for goodness sake. Mr. Shapley and Mr. Ziegler, the IRS whistleblowers who've come forward, they've indicated that this thing was slow walked. We've deposed 8 different individuals who were associated with the Hunter Biden investigation. None of them have refuted anything that Mr. Shapley and Mr. Ziegler brought forward. So I think there's kind of these two competing. One is you think they want to clear their name, but also there's this real focus on trying to run out the clock. We're not going to let them. We're going to get these individuals in. And I think, as I said before, we're going to move forward with an impeachment inquiry vote sometime in the full House within the next week.
So you're...
Now, the video underscores the gravity of the situation. Key individuals are refusing to cooperate, but Jordan's resolve is unshaken. He understands the stakes and the importance of pursuing the truth regardless of the obstacles. This determination is a reflection of the values that underpin our republic, a commitment to truth, justice, and accountability. As we navigate this complex and troubling saga, it's essential to remember what's at stake. The integrity of the highest office in our nation is being questioned. The ethical lines that should guide our leaders appear to have been crossed. This isn't just a story about political intrigue, it's a story about the values that define us as a nation. The American people deserve answers. They deserve to know whether their president has acted in a manner that is consistent with the trust they've placed in him. It's not just about political affiliations or partisan leanings, it's about the fundamental principles of honesty, integrity, and accountability. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. It's not just a call to action, it's an invitation to join us in our ongoing quest for truth and transparency. As we conclude tonight's report, it's crucial to reflect on the broader implications of what we've uncovered. This story isn't just about President Biden or the specific allegations against him. It's about the very fabric of our republic and the trust we place in our leaders and the accountability we expect from them. When those in the highest offices of power can evade the truth, flee from accountability, and disregard the principles of ethical conduct, it erodes the foundation of our republic. As Americans, we deserve leaders who not only preach transparency, but also practice it. We must continue to demand answers, to seek the truth, and to hold our leaders accountable for their actions. This story matters because it speaks to the core of what we stand for as a nation: integrity, honesty, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. Remember, the strength of our republic lies not just in its leaders, but in its vigilant, informed, and engaged citizens.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.